Bible Buds. It's time for Bible Buds.
Hello there, my name is Anna. Welcome to our first Bible Buds training video. Now, Bible Buds has been written with some imaginative ideas and some super sessions to help kids workers and volunteers to share God's love with their community and young families in their community. And we don't want lockdown to get in the way of that. So over the next half term, I'm going to be doing some training videos to help you use Bible Buds and the material in lockdown. And today's training video is all about how to plan digital sessions. How do you do that? Well, we'll find out in this training video. I've got some top picks to get prepared.
Bible Buds.
Pick number 1. Okay, I need my trusty story bag because I'm a kids worker, I have to use props. So let's have a look, see what I've got in here. Pick number 1 is pick a platform. Hence the train ticket. Pick a platform. Now, it might be that you want to use Facebook, or maybe you'd like to use YouTube, or perhaps you're thinking you'd like to do some live streaming, or maybe you want to do some video recording, or maybe you want to use Zoom or Skype or WhatsApp. You need to pick what platform you're going to use to do your videos on, to communicate on. It might even be worth asking your parents and carers what platforms they most use so that you're using the right platform. And Facebook has poll settings, so you can even write a little poll, ask a question and see what your parents and carers reply with. So that's the first one. We are actually going to be talking about how to live stream on Facebook in our third training video. So if that's something that you're thinking of and you don't know how to do, tune in to our third training video where I'll be talking about Facebook live streaming. So first of all, pick a platform.
Bible Buds.
Okay, so that's pick number 1. Pick number 2 is in my bag. You ready? Let's have a look. You need to pick a time. Get it? Pick a time and a date that works for you for running your session. It might be worth asking your parents or carers again what time suits them and what day works for them. I know when I started Bible Buds Live in the October half term, I asked a few of my mum friends what time worked for them, and it was great because all of them said around 9:30, 10 in the morning, which made my decision very easy. So pick a time and date, ask parents what they think, parents and carers. It might be that actually the best time and day is the time and the day that you used to run a toddler group or whatever group, the actual time of the session that your parents and carers are used to. That could work really well. But whatever you decide, it's really important to have a rhythm. Pick a time, pick a day and stick at it so that everyone remembers what day it is and thinks, oh, it's Wednesday, it's 10 AM, it's time for my group. There you go. So pick number 2 is pick your time and day.
Bible Buds.
Okay, pick number 3. Let's see what else is in here. Just like the question, how long is a piece of string? Your next pick is pick a length of time for your session. You need to choose how long your session's going to be. Are you going to do a quick 15-minute video with your families? Perhaps you want to make it a little bit longer and go for half an hour. Or if you've got a lot that you want to fit in, maybe 45 minutes. Whatever you decide, again, stick at it. And it might be worth, just like we've mentioned earlier, asking your parents and carers how long they would normally want to watch a video of their children for. From my experience of doing the Bible Buds Live, I've gone for half an hour, because then you can fit in a good number of different activities. So I did a couple of songs, some input, either using the puppets or a Bible story, an activity, a craft or a play idea, and then a little bit of time for chatting and looking at the comments and things. So I think half an hour is quite a good length of time, but obviously you know your children best, so pick a length of time, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever you think. But pick number 3 is pick a length.
Bible Buzz.
Okay, pick number 4. I've got it right here. You will need to pick a location. Now, I'm not really suggesting you pick Hollywood, for example, as your location, but you will need to pick your own studio somewhere. I have just used our spare bedroom, so it doesn't need to be somewhere fancy, but you will need to pick somewhere to do your filming. And I would say it's important to think about your background. So you want it fairly plain, you don't want lots of busyness going on, but equally you don't want it too bare that it looks really boring, so you might want to put a few puppets in. We'll talk more about that in our 3rd training video, but for now just have a think about picking your location.
Bible Buzz.
Okay, pick number 5. Let's have a look and see. Here we go. It's my purse. Unfortunately, there's not much money in there, but this is to represent picking a budget. You guys will need to have a think about how much money you can put into the videos. If you purchase Bible Buds, you do get some free downloadable resources that you can use during your session. But it might be that there are some resources that you need to find around your home, or you might even need to buy a few resources as well. So it's important to think about how much money you have got. And it's also important to just bear in mind timings of purchasing different products. So don't leave it to the last minute. Plan ahead of time so that you get everything that you need. The last thing to remember is that your church might have a budget for this kind of thing, or as part of your kids' work budget. So if you're a volunteer, then don't forget to ask your church leadership team if there's any money that can be put towards this. And if you are a kids worker in a church, then hopefully you'll have a little bit of money to put towards your videos. So pick number 5, pick a budget.
Bible Buzz.
Okay, time for pick number 6. It's a big one this time, are you ready? Pick your content. So here you go, here is my Bible Buds book. This is book 2 out of 6. And it might be that you'd rather have it as a digital copy, so go to www.biblebuds.co.uk and you can get your copy of Bible Buds. Now once you've got your copy, you'll need to pick the content, and there are loads of ideas in each session, but you won't be able to do them all in your short videos, so you'll need to pick which ideas and which activities you do. For example, for bonfire night, which we had last week, here are 2 activities, 2 crafts that are suggested. There's one here that's a fire collage using handprints or fingerprints, and this one is using chalk on black paper to make firework displays. Now when you're picking your content, think about what you like. Think about what you feel confident in communicating. So have a think about what you would like to present. It's also important to think about what the children might like. If you've got a group of kids who absolutely love getting their hands messy, then perhaps this craft is the best one for them to do. Or maybe your children aren't so keen on getting their hands messy and would rather something a bit less messy, like the chalk craft. Have a think about your children. Obviously all children are different, but have a think about what your children would like as part of their content for the video. It's also worth bearing in mind the children's ages. If you've got a lot of babies, more babies than toddlers, then don't worry, because every activity in every session has some differentiated ideas. So some ideas for how you can adapt the activity for babies. And at the back of every session there are some early learning goals and some NHS milestones for how each activity links to different areas of development for children. So if you're unsure of how to adapt it for babies, then fear not, the answers are in here. Now lastly, when thinking about picking your content for Bible Buds, have a think about how to make sure you've included God in your session. Now we've made it very easy in Bible Buds because pretty much every activity has a link to God. We have God chats for every craft and play, which basically means a simple prayer that you can pray with your children whilst doing the activity, just to link God with whatever the theme is. The whole theme for each session has a secular link like Bonfire Night and a Bible link like the fact that Bonfire Night can also remind us of Moses and the burning bush and how God has said, don't worry, he is with us, we can be brave. So there's so many ways that you can get God into your videos. There's obviously the Bible story and there's songs as well. But do think about your opportunities for communicating God and his love in your videos. Now once you've decided what elements of the sessions that you want to do and include in your videos, then it's a good idea to repeat some of the different things. So it might be that you always start with the gathering song, the Bible Buds gathering song, and you always finish with the Bible Buds goodbye song. Have some different things that are repeated every video, which really helps children to engage with you and with the videos. So there you go. Pick number 6 is pick your content.
Bible Buds.
Okay, pick number 7. Not less in here now. You will need to pick your promotion. It's meant to be someone talking. You will need to promote your video, your group. So you'll need to think about communication. You'll need to think about advertising. It might be that you have a contact list from your group and you're able to contact people and tell them about your videos. Or it might be that you make some flyers and go and drop them around people's homes, if that's allowed with the pandemic and the rules in your area. Or it might be that you have some money that you can buy some advertising on Facebook, do some Facebook advertising for your local area. Obviously with all of this you need to bear in mind your budget, so have a think about that as well. But do think carefully, once you've got your content sorted and you've done some planning, do think about how you can promote your video and your group so that you get lots of your normal families watching. So there you go. Pick number 7. Pick your promotion.
Bible Buds.
Okay, we're nearly there now. Pick number 8 is a 2-in-1. You ready? You need to pick your people. Now I know that doesn't look like paper and pen, but bear with me. After your session has finished, your video, then it's really important to pick people that you know that will help you to debrief, to feedback on how the video's gone, because every video there's always something to learn, isn't there? I've always learned something after each of my live stream videos, so do think about people that you can ask to feedback so that you can write down anything to learn from. Also, it's really good to share testimonies, to write down all the things that you are thankful for from the session, the things that went well, the things that you found out from parents and carers that they thought about your video, or things that the kids have done that you want to remember, because it's really good to have written down all the good things to give God glory. Now, I do this for another organisation I work for called Kids Club. At the end of every Kids Club, after the kids have gone, the team stay and we spend time writing down in our journal the things that went well, things that we want to give thanks to God for, things that the kids have said that we want to remember, especially if things are going hard and we just want to build our faith. You can reread things that you've written down, and it really does build your faith to think, yeah, I'm going to carry on with this. So yeah, I thoroughly recommend picking people to help you feedback, but also so you can share testimonies.
Bible Buzz.
Okay, we're on pick 9 now. Only one more to go after this. Okay, so pick number 9 is pick prayer. It might sound obvious, but it's really important to cover your sessions in prayer. Make sure you have had time beforehand to pray, to connect with God individually, but also get some people on board. Get your team praying, get your church praying, because prayer is powerful. So it's really important that before anything else, you pick prayer.
Bible Buzz.
Okay, we've made it to the 10th pick. Well done for getting through it. Are you ready for pick number 10? Oh, this is a bit tricky to get out. Hang on, let me see if... Okay, I think I've managed it. Are you ready? Ah, it's Bertie Badger! I think Bertie Badger wants to say something, don't you? Oh, clever! Pick number 10 is pick Bible Buds. I hope you enjoyed that. Pick Bible Buds. Bible Buds is a really great resource that can be used during lockdown, during this pandemic, and our heart is that we will see God's kingdom come. We will see families receiving God's love and friendship. Anything else you wanted to tell us about Bertie Badger? And there's a discount! For a limited time only, there is going to be 25% off Bible Buds. And all you need is the code BUD, B-U-D, 25. How cool is that? So there's a discount for a limited time only, 25% off Bible Buds, and the code is BUD25. Wow, thank you, Bertie Badger. Oh, well, I hope you found this first training video helpful and exciting, and our next training video is going to be in 2 weeks' time on the 25th of November, and it's all about how to connect with families. How do we connect with families during lockdown, during this pandemic? Well, from Bertie Badger and myself, we look forward to seeing you next time. So don't forget, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.
Goodbye, Bible.